You know that feeling, right? You just landed a promotion, found a new partner, or finally hit your fitness goals. You're walking on sunshine, feeling like the main character. But then you share the news with someone you thought was in your corner, and suddenly the temperature in the room drops about 40 degrees. Their smile doesn't reach their eyes, and their congratulations sounds more like a funeral oration. Welcome to the wonderful world of secret jealousy, the silent killer of vibes and friendships. Today, we aren't just talking about haters. We're talking about the frenemies who eat at your table but wish your plate was empty. We're going to break down the 7 unmistakable signs that someone is secretly envying you. And trust me, some of these are so subtle you've probably been mistaking them for honesty. Let's dive in and see who's actually cheering for you and who's just waiting for you to trip on your own shoelaces.
Sign number 1. The backhanded compliment. The ultimate weapon of the passive-aggressive warrior. It's like a gift-wrapped box that contains a glitter-covered brick. They'll say something like, "I love how you're so brave for wearing that outfit. I could never pull off something so daring." Or my personal favorite, "You're so lucky you got that job. They must have been really desperate to fill the position." See what they did there? They took your achievement and wrapped it in a layer of, "You're not actually that good." It's a classic move to make you feel small while they pretend to be supportive. It's a psychological needle prick designed to deflate your ego just enough so you don't feel too superior. If you find yourself saying thank you while feeling like you've just been insulted, you've officially entered the backhanded compliment zone. It's not honesty, and it's definitely not kindness. It's pure, unadulterated envy disguised as a compliment. Moving on to sign number 2, the minimizer. This person is a professional at making your big wins look like tiny, insignificant accidents. You tell them you just ran a marathon, and they'll mention how their cousin ran one in half the time without even training. You buy a new car, and they'll remind you that the resale value on that model is actually quite tragic. They can't let you have your moment in the sun because your light makes them feel like they're standing in the dark. By downplaying your success, they protect their own fragile self-esteem. It's a defense mechanism. If your achievement isn't a big deal, then they don't have to feel bad about not achieving it themselves. If you notice someone constantly actuallying your happy moments or shifting the conversation to something more impressive, congratulations, you found a minimizer. They aren't trying to keep you grounded, they're trying to keep you under their thumb. Sign number 3 is a bit more flattering but equally annoying, the copycat. Imitation is the sincerest form of flattery, right? Well, not when it's fueled by a desperate need to keep up with the Joneses. Have you ever noticed a friend who suddenly starts dressing like you, using your slang, or pursuing the exact same hobbies as soon as you start getting attention for them? This isn't just inspiration. This is identity theft light. They see the positive energy or social status you're gaining, and they want a piece of the pie. Instead of baking their own, they're trying to steal your recipe. The problem is they aren't doing it because they admire you. They're doing it because they're jealous of the reaction you get. They think that by mirroring your external traits, they can capture the internal spark that makes you, well, you. It's a weird, parasitic way of trying to compete with you by becoming you. Keep an eye on the person who turns into your mini-me overnight.
Sign number 4 is the Schadenfreude special. They celebrate your failures. Now, they won't throw a party with balloons and cake when you mess up, at least not in front of you, but you can see it in their eyes. There's a tiny spark of relief or even joy when you deliver bad news. They're the first person to call you when they hear you've had a setback, not to comfort you, but to get the details. They'll say things like, "Oh, I'm so sorry, that's terrible. So what exactly did the boss say when he fired you?" They feign empathy while secretly savoring every bite of your misfortune. Your failure is their comfort food because it reinforces their belief that you aren't actually better than them. They feel safer when you're down in the trenches with them. If you feel like someone is a little too interested in your downward spirals and suspiciously absent during your upward climbs, you've got a secret hater on your hands. Let's talk about sign number 5, the forced competition. Do you have a friend who turns every single thing into a contest? If you say you're tired, they have only slept 3 hours in the last 2 days. If you say you lost 5 pounds, they've lost 10 and started a juice cleanse. It's exhausting. This person can't just exist alongside you. They have to exist better than you.
This constant one-upping is a hallmark of someone who feels deeply inferior. They view your life as a benchmark for their own worth. If you're doing well, they feel like they're losing a race they didn't even know they were in. They will hijack your stories, overcomplicate your simple joys, and always ensure they have the final word on who is more of anything. It's not friendly competition. It's a desperate attempt to stay relevant in a world where they feel overshadowed by your presence. If every conversation feels like an Olympic event, someone is definitely jealous.
Sign number 6 is the classic, the whisperer. This is the person who is all smiles to your face, but becomes a professional narrator of your flaws the moment you leave the room. They spread rumors, but they do it under the guise of concern. They'll say things like, "I'm really worried about Sarah. I think she's let that promotion go to her head, don't you?" They use gossip to erode your social standing and plant seeds of doubt in others' minds. It's a calculated move to isolate you and lower your value in the eyes of your peers. Why? Because if they can't climb to your level, they'll try to drag you down to theirs. They want to control the narrative of your life because they're jealous of the reality of it. If you keep hearing weird concerns about yourself filtered through third parties, look closely at who started the conversation. The person who defends you the loudest to your face is often the one throwing the most shade behind your back.
Finally, sign number 7, the cold shoulder. This is the most honest of the jealous reactions, even if it's the most painful. Sometimes your success is simply too much for someone to handle. Instead of faking it, they just vanish. They stop liking your posts, they stop replying to your texts, or they become strangely busy whenever you want to hang out. It's a sudden withdrawal of affection and attention. Their jealousy has reached a point where seeing you succeed hurts them physically or emotionally, so they remove themselves from your orbit to protect their own ego. It's the ultimate sign that you've outgrown the space they had for you in their life. While it feels like rejection, it's actually a form of self-preservation for them. They can't stand to be the supporting actor in a movie where you are clearly the star. If someone ghosts you right when your life starts getting good, let them go. Their absence is the loudest compliment you'll ever receive. So, why does this happen? Is everyone just a secret villain? Not exactly. Psychology tells us that envy is a very human emotion, often rooted in deep-seated insecurity and a scarcity mindset. When someone sees you succeeding, it acts as a mirror, reflecting back all the things they feel they lack in their own lives. They don't hate you. They hate the way your success makes them feel about themselves. It's a them problem, not a you problem. Understanding this is the key to not letting their behavior get under your skin. They are fighting a battle with their own perceived inadequacies, and you just happen to be the collateral damage. It's sad, really. They spend so much time watching your garden grow that they forget to water their own. Once you realize their jealousy is just a projection of their own pain, it becomes much easier to handle with grace, or at least with a healthy dose of sarcasm and a firm boundary. How do you handle these secret jealous types without losing your mind? First, don't dim your light to make them feel comfortable. That's a trap. If you shrink yourself to fit into their world, you both lose. Second, set boundaries. If someone is constantly hitting you with backhanded compliments, call them out, politely. Ask them, "What did you mean by that?" and watch them scramble. Third, surround yourself with radiators, people who glow with genuine happiness for you rather than drains, the ones who suck the life out of your joy. You owe it to your hard work to celebrate with people who actually care. And honestly, sometimes the best revenge is just continuing to be awesome. Keep winning, keep growing, and keep being the best version of yourself. Their jealousy is proof that you're doing something right. Use it as fuel, not as a burden. You didn't come this far to be slowed down by someone else's insecurity.
Dealing with secret jealousy is just part of the journey to the top. It's the tax you pay for being successful, talented, or just plain happy. Remember, nobody ever kicks a dead dog. People only target those who are moving, shaking, and making waves. So if you've spotted any of these signs in your life, take a deep breath and realize it's a sign of your own progress. If you found this breakdown helpful, or if you've got a crazy frenemy story of your own, drop a comment below. I'd love to hear how you handled it. And hey, while you're here, don't forget to like and subscribe for more updates and deep dives into the psychology of success.
We've got plenty more coming to help you navigate the social jungle and stay on top of your game. Keep shining, keep winning, and we'll see you in the next one.